I would say a knife is like a relationship, right? The ones you miss the most, are probably the ones you're most in love with, maybe. I came to New York around 96, I think. And, just coming here with like, making like $400 a week and look at all these knives. I'm like, okay, I make $400 a week. Back then, I think an average knife was maybe like $150, $125 or something for something Western. And you're like, I gotta save up. I would have to say from guys at work, like the typical story, you're a young culinary student, you come to New York and you're like, you see their knives, like, oh, where'd you buy it? And they'll be like, oh, the store down in Tribeca, and you take the subway down here, maybe catch a beer next door at the Raccoon when it was still around. I know a lot of you guys, older guys from New York, know about that. You get a little bonus or you do a little overtime, get a beer, buy a knife, and that was like a perfect day in New York. So yeah, I have this one right here. So this one, but probably it's only like this thick now, and it's one-sided. But this, oh my God, I think I've taken it to all these different countries. I worked in the south of France, took it there, been everywhere with it. But the best part about this, it's a slicer, but it has so much height that you can easily lose a ½ inch and it's still functional. The cool tip, the kind of like cut on it, not many knives back then had it, especially like 20 years ago. Now you can modify them, which is cool. Who doesn't want to own a dragon? Come on. And this one is really cool because these handles are much thinner. So when you're using like the slicing motion, it really fits a little better on the grip. And it's not as like cumbersome, and it kind of goes with the overall like kind of aesthetic, but the balance of having a thinner knife, thinner handle, and like just a little bit more of a delicate touch to it. This is definitely a favorite too. Oh, I brought one. Yeah, I brought my first Nenox. This is when I worked at Daniel, and it's a old school quince wood, and
they don't make these anymore.
No, they don't make them anymore. The coolest thing, mad flex to it, super thin, and I don't know if you can pick this up. The burl on it, oh my God. This is like what you would get in a fine English automobile or something. So this is like, it's amazing. I've almost owned, it's like sneakers. You want to, one pair is not enough. Maybe 200 is too many, but maybe somewhere in between 1 and 200 you should own. I would say a knife is like a relationship, right? The ones you miss the most, are probably the ones you're most in love with, maybe. A lot. So I think my biggest knife purchase was one of these, like this. I had to special order it for some reason. Maybe it was the 240. So I think it's really popular. What is amazing about that, it was the step up from the other ones. And I was like, okay, I'm ready for the step up. I want to try my first Wa. And I was like, I got to try it. I got to know what it is. Because no one had one for me to try. So I was like, okay, I'm going to buy it. And when the first time I used it, I was like, oh my God, it's so different. Handle, right?
Yep.
Super light, very warm in the hand. It conforms. It really has a softer feel to it. Beautiful. It came with a saya before everybody bought sayas. So it came with it. I was like, oh, cool. I get a cover for it. I've used this one the most. And
you still have this one?
no, I sold it. That's what I would, I'd probably get, because like I have a lot of these by different manufacturers, but this is the one probably I miss the most. So I would go with that.
That's the one you want.
Yeah. I guess that's real love. Somebody you missed. Yeah. Some ones you missed, and like you have fond memories of using
awesome.
it. Yeah.